Hey there everybody, welcome to Malibu, California. I'm actually on the Malibu Pier here. You can actually see the beautiful yellow wildflowers that are growing on the hills here. Spring is certainly alive in California. It's actually very pretty here this morning. The sun's come up. The rays are hitting the ocean just behind me, and we've obviously got a little bit of a slight swell just off the point here. You can see people just surfing here. There's a bit of a swell going on. We've got the paddle boarders happening. So I just want to quickly touch base and let you know that opportunity is everywhere. I had the good fortune of some of our champions who've been closing deals. We had Mike, who was away on vacation in Hawaii, who was able to close a client whilst he was on vacation, purely because he had set up a presentation pre-hand and literally just followed up the deal and was able to close a $21,000 SEO deal whilst he was having fun with his family in Hawaii. We've got Sergio Taveras, who closed 3 deals using the 2-step strategy that I talked about on a training just recently, where you can directly make a very fast offer and then open the door to having a engagement and conversation to lead yourself into a sale, who literally has walked himself into a $60,000 sale by using that really simple 2-step process. And so the idea is, I want to share with you, is opportunities everywhere. If you let people know what you do, if you're working on your business and you've got ideas and tactics and strategies that can benefit clients, you want to let everybody know what you're doing. That's the key thing of being able to open the door to generating clients, is that a lot of people don't realize that they just don't know what you do. And so when you meet people and you talk to them and you start asking questions, you take an interest in people and their businesses, oftentimes you open the door to those conversations, and people will ask you, what is it that you do? And you want to be super clear about how you help people as well. And that's some part of that process, is that when you're in business, if you're not making an offer, you're not making a sale. And if you're not doing that, it's really hard to be in business. I know that sounds pretty silly and pretty obvious, but it's amazing how many people aren't consistently out there engaging people. In fact, I just spoke to somebody this morning and I asked them, I said, okay, what's the holdup in your business? What's stopping you from doing what you need to do? And the person's response was taking action. Well, it's going to be really hard to grow your business if you don't take some action, and so I asked him, so what actions have you taken in the past to generate client opportunities? He says, oh, well, I've sent out a few emails, but nobody responded. And I said, so that means you just give up. If nobody responded to your emails, you're just going to give up. And he said, well, no. I said, so I'm asking for the obvious answers in the questions that I was asking this person. And I said, so what are you going to do instead? Like, you've sent some emails out, you've had no response to the email. So that means your business doors are closed, or you're not doing anything. And I said, he said, no, I want to do this. And I said, well, wanting to do it and doing it are two very different things. And he hit the nail on the head, is the actions that he had taken. And so he made one attempt, and then after that attempt stopped doing it, felt that he lost all confidence. And really, before he even spoke to a human being, he had lost all confidence in his ability to grow his business. So one of the things that I often find is easy is to put aside what we know or put aside what we do for a moment and take the time to understand how business owners work, how they run their businesses, why they run their businesses, what do they like about their business, what they don't like about their business, where are they heading to, how do they believe that online is impacting on their business in terms of what they're doing. Asking questions, putting yourself aside for a moment, what you do, putting that aside, and then opening the door to asking questions that, one, allow you to get to know the business a little bit better, allow you to understand where they're coming from, what their vision is, where the direction is, because oftentimes business owners don't actually get a lot of time to talk about their business with people if you talk about it from a business point of view and from an interest point of view. So the key here, a good friend of mine, Alan McGurvin, a number of years ago, and I don't know where he got this from, I'm sure it wasn't his, he repeated it for somebody else, but to have a friend, you've got to be a friend first. And so to create the the opportunity for somebody to take an interest in you, you have to take an interest in them first. And one of the easiest ways to engage people and also to be in a situation where you're communicating at a level of, at least a level of understanding, is to take that time to say, hey, I talk to business owners all the time. I'm fascinated by how people get into their business, what's going on in their business, what they think is important. I'd love to be able to just ask you some questions. One, just to get to know a little bit more about your type of business, and maybe in this questioning process you might get to learn something as well by thinking about your business. So is it okay if I ask you what you do, how you do what you do, what's working, what's not working, what you believe is important, and just I'm just curious and I'm just interested. So if you take that curiosity mode, or that, you know, taking that interest in a business owner, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. If you're taking an interest in a business owner, what you'll find is that the conversation eventually will turn around to you. So they're going to say, look, you know, wow, this has been really interesting talking about my business and finding out perhaps where some of my challenges are, and looking at, you know, what's working, what's not working. So what is it that you do? They'll turn the tables and start asking questions about how you help people in your business. And so then you can say, well, you know, then you can start to offer the idea of perhaps looking at how what you do can make an impact on what they're looking to do with their business. So let me tell you, opportunity is everywhere. If you take the air out of I'm going to offer or I'm going to sell you something, if you take that out of it for a moment and just take interest, take an interest in the market, take an interest in businesses, you'll find that the results, your ability to convert clients will dramatically improve. Your ability to engage is going to improve as well, because you're going to get ideas of what people are talking about, what people are thinking about in relation to how they make you know, changes and how they grow their business. So the more time you take to understand the people that you speak to or want to do business with, the easier it is to engage them, the easier it is for them to open up to you, because they see that you have an interest. So that old adage of, to have a friend, you have to be a friend first. It is one of the easiest ways. I cannot tell you how many times I've literally accidentally fallen into client opportunities purely by just taking an interest on where people are at, what they're doing, what they're working on, what's working, what's not working, where they feel changes need to be made, what is important to them, what is not important to them, and oftentimes they will turn the tables on you and start asking about your business and what you do. And so to me, that's one of the easiest ways to open the door to generating sales, is just take an interest. You know, yes, we can find a hungry buying market. A hungry buying market is one that's already spending money on advertising and marketing, and you can see what's working and what's not working by going to that market and actually asking questions, even to make an assessment, even to offer an audit is a way of opening the door to a hungry market. However, if you're struggling right now to engage, take a step back and just make the offer of taking an interest. Hey, I'd like to learn a little bit more about your industry, a little bit more about your business, a little bit more about you and what got you into this and what you think is important in the marketplace. Now, if somebody gives you that time, a nice gesture would be to acknowledge and thank them for their time, because if you do, that makes you memorable. That's the other thing. If somebody's going to give you their time to talk about their business and what they think is important, how things are working for them, then what you want to do is acknowledge them for that time. So a really good thing to do is send a thank you note. One of the best services I've seen, g'day Ramakal, how you doing? So one of the things that I found that works really well is this cool app called Bond.co, and what it does is it's a handwriting app. So you can literally from your phone put in a message that you want to put in a handwritten card and send a thank you card to people that you've actually just spoken to or spent some time with. G'day Terry, good to see you here. So these are sorts of things that you can do. Acknowledge people for their time. It'll set you apart. It's also a great way to generate referrals. People remember the people that say thank you and acknowledge their time. If you've spent some time with somebody who's got got a significant business that you want to work with, then you can take it a little step further and perhaps send a nice little book to say thank you for their time, and if you can touch base in the future and just see how they're going. Or is there something, maybe it's time where we can sit down and maybe I can add some value by sharing some ideas or strategies that might make a difference to your business. You want to be making those types of simple offers. If you're doing that every day to one person, that's 20 days, 20 people in a month. 20 people a month, you're going to land 3 to 5 clients. 3 to 5 clients with 20 conversations in a month. That's one conversation per day. If that was your goal, it's amazing how many people make this harder than it needs to be. If you want to generate clients, all you've got to do is engage one customer, one prospective buyer per day. You've got 8 hours in the entire day to do that. 8 hours. So there's no excuse why everybody shouldn't be generating at least 3 to 5 clients every month if you focus on the very thing that is the most important thing, and that is to actively engage clients. If you're not making an offer, you're not going to make a sale. If you're not offering to start conversations, then you're not going to have conversations, you're not going to make a sale. It's a very logical, pragmatic approach to business. But in the early stages of your business, if you want to scale and you want to grow, then you've got to get actively engaged. And one of the simplest things is to set a really simple goal of actively talking to one customer, one prospective customer per day. And if you do that, that's going to make a huge difference to your business. You're going to learn a lot by talking to business owners and learning about their business and how they work and what's working, what's not working. That's also going to help you to craft your offers. It's going to help you to craft your approach. That's going to change the way that you think about the businesses that you're talking to. Understand that these people need help. And if you've got some skills and you know that you can make an impact, then it's your obligation to help people make that impact in the marketplace. And the best way to stand out is to be a friend so that you can have a friend. So hopefully that's been useful. I look forward to seeing you on future training videos that I'm running. Hope those people got a lot out of pre-selling strategy sessions at up to $5,000 as opposed to giving away free strategy sessions. Write some feedback. Let me know how you're going in your business. If you've got any questions, ask some questions in the feed here, and I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.